Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video is honestly a complete mess because the same person who has been teaching millions of women about confidence, independence and never settle is now in the middle of a lawsuit, custody battles and a very public relationship breakdown. And honestly, at this point, it's not even just gossip anymore. There are way too many things coming out from both sides. So the Wizard Liz built her entire brand on being that confident, independent woman talking about trauma, self-worth and relationships. And that's exactly why people trusted her so much. But now people are starting to question if that image was actually real because there are claims that the house she said she bought was actually rented. The Lamborghini she showed was reportedly rented and not even under her name. And the whole luxury lifestyle might not be exactly how it was presented. And this is where it gets interesting because people didn't just assume this. They actually started digging, and reportedly, her living situation got exposed through Landon's LinkedIn profile, where the address linked to him matched a property that shows up as a rental listing, not a purchased house. And that's when people were like, wait, wasn't this the same house she said she bought? So, when you combine that with the car situation and everything else, people are basically questioning this whole I did it all myself image. On top of that, there are also accusations that she exaggerated parts of her background and having a degree because apparently she's just graduated high school, which again makes people rethink everything she said online. Now, coming to the relationship, because this is where things get really chaotic. Liz and Landon are currently in legal disputes, fighting for custody and exposing each other publicly. And from everything that's come out, things are not just one-sided. There are claims that Landon was in serious debt after his business didn't work out because at the same time he was projecting this image like his company was going to be the next big thing, like the next Apple, making big promises. And honestly, people are saying that's the same pattern showed up in his relationships too. On the other side, Liz has been posting on her Instagram stories talking about how he was asking her for money, calling him out, saying that he was being dependent on her. So let's look at her story and see what she has to say. Imagine getting a house, buying all furniture for my child, and finally having stability to then have your bum ass baby daddy begging me for money all the time. Accidentally put my address on his LinkedIn and now I have to move to another house for me and my child's safety. Bum ass bitch. It honestly feels like she's just trying to hide something which has got exposed. Now let's look at her another story. All I ever wanted was for this man to leave me alone. He refuses to leave me alone and always wants to find ways to be tied to me cause this bitch wants to be the Wizard Liz. You will never be me. Next story. My baby daddy better pray to God that I keep silent about the shit I had to deal with while trying to co-parent for our child, but it's impossible with a man-child that just wants to play video games all day and just use the child so he can keep leeching off me for money. Go make money, you bum ass bitch. See you in court. Another one. He tried to get a restraining order against me because I was moving out of my house and I wouldn't tell him my new address. The TRO claims that he said I was trying to make my child out of the country, which is absolutely lies as I just got a house in the neighborhood. The child was supposed to remain in the primary address, my old house, and we both could see the child. But I didn't want to be around him and he just did this so I could have to meet with him at the house for the next 14 days until the court hearing. However, God doesn't like liars and I was able to get him arrested and I got a 2-year protective order against him. I never wanted any of this. I was trying to do half custody and remain civil. But this guy wants to be tied to me and my money so he will never let me go. I will not drop the charges and I will make sure he pays for everything he put me through. His friends and family always try to gaslight me into feeling bad for him. But if you guys actually cared about him, you would seek psychological help for him. He is not well. Now, let's talk about the more serious part because this goes beyond just internet drama. There are allegations that Liz was involved in a physical altercation where she allegedly chased Landon with a knife during a fight, and at the same time, there are also claims that Landon caused physical injuries to her. So both sides are accusing each other of violence. Landon is reportedly suing her and taking legal action, including claims related to domestic or household violence, which is why this whole situation has escalated into a full court case and not just social media drama anymore. Now, here's where it gets little ironic, and I am just saying this from an outside perspective. Liz is crying online saying he is asking her for money and leeching off her. But wasn't she the one who accepted him in the beginning when he offered her 10k dollars? Like, I'm just saying, the math is little interesting here because she herself talks about so much about karma and how you get what you put out in the world. So naturally, people are connecting those dots and going like, is this that energy coming back? Again, not saying one person is right or the wrong because clearly both of them have toxic patterns, but it really shows that what happens when a relationship starts for the wrong reason. And when you put everything together, the fake luxury claims, the LinkedIn exposure, the relationship drama, the public breakdowns, it starts to look like this wasn't just a relationship. It was more like two people getting benefits of each other for lifestyle, for status, and now everything is collapsing at once. And the saddest part in all of this is that there is a child involved. And while two adults are fighting online, exposing each other, and going through courts, there's a kid in the middle of all of this chaos, which is where it stops being interesting and becomes genuinely concerning. And the biggest takeaway here is simple. Just because someone speaks confidently online doesn't mean they have everything figured out. Confidence is not the same as wisdom, and social media is not reality. So maybe instead of blindly trusting everything we see, we start questioning a little more. Anyway, that's it for my today's video. Let me know what you think about this whole situation in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Until my next video, take care. Bye bye.